Now to a live look at the U.S. Capitol this morning. After over 40 days of a government shutdown, a handful of Democrats in the Senate crossed the aisle to support the budget.
So this deal includes funding for food assistance, but there is only a promise of a vote for the Democrats' main demand, health care subsidies.
The bill as amended is passed.
So last night, 7 Democratic and 1 independent senator helped to pass a bill to fund the government through January 30th. The measure reverses shutdown-related layoffs and guarantees back pay for federal workers. Plus, it incorporates 3 spending bills, including SNAP food assistance funding through most of next year. While some Democrats are celebrating the move, others are sharing their concerns.
It's the country over the party on this. I can't ever support that kind of tactic to hold our government as a hostage.
Given the fact that, as everybody knows, what the fight was about was health care, it was a loss.
Both Minnesota Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith voted no. Senate GOP leaders say members are discussing the Affordable Care Act with the promise of a vote sometime next month. But in the House, Speaker Mike Johnson isn't making any promises. In the meantime, the House is expected to take up the Senate's bill to reopen the government as soon as tomorrow.
So that compromise that could end the government shutdown has not, though, stopped the confusion around feeding families in need.
We continue to follow the legal back and forth over SNAP benefits affecting thousands of Minnesotans. Maria Lizignoli joins us live in Golden Valley. Maria, is all this back and forth impacting the resources for residents in need?
Absolutely. Shayla, Heather, we've been tracking the impacts of this throughout the shutdown, and places like Prism here in Golden Valley and food shelves across the state are seeing a rise in need as people are just confused over SNAP benefits right now. I mean, some people have them, others don't, but everyone wants the uncertainty to end. About 440,000 Minnesotans rely on SNAP benefits to get groceries each month. Many of them are children and seniors. Now, lower courts have ruled that the government must keep full payments flowing, but the Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to keep them frozen for now. Well, the High Court is expected to rule today. But in the meantime, the executive director of the Groveland Food Shelf says the panic is evident for the people who use the food shelf.
We are a client choice model, so trying to remind guests there's other people that also need food, so please don't take 10 of things. Is really hard because they're also panicking, having no idea what's coming or when. And how do you take care of your family, but then also be considerate of others?
This back and forth over SNAP benefits is pretty shocking for a lot of people in the state. Coming up in the next half hour, hear from top leaders and a parent who just wants to keep things normal for her daughter at home.
It's very challenging, and we will see what happens over the next few days and weeks here. All right, Maria, thank you. Now, coming up in the next half hour, progress is taking off at the nation's capital, but your travel plans may still be a bit turbulent. We'll tell you what you need to know about the continuing airport impact of the shutdown. Minnesota's governor is taking his push for stricter gun control on the road.
DFL Governor Tim Walz hosted a town hall meeting in Stillwater Monday afternoon. Some Democrats want to ban assault-style weapons in the wake of the deadly Annunciation Catholic school shooting, but their plan hasn't gained traction at the Capitol. The mother of an Annunciation third grader calls doing nothing now unforgivable.
This never should have happened, and we're not really doing okay. And we want weapons of war off the streets, off the shelves as soon as possible. That is what we want. We do not want this to happen to anyone.
Gun rights advocates have called the governor's town halls campaign rallies and political theater. They say banning certain weapons won't prevent tragedies. We're learning more about who you'll see on the ballot in 2026. On Monday, Republican House Speaker Lisa Damuth named a running mate.
I am very excited to announce my friend Ryan Wilson as my choice for Lieutenant Governor. and better than we find
Yeah,
it.
there we go. Ryan Wilson, a Twin Cities attorney and a father. In 2022, he came within half a percentage point of winning the race for state auditor. His campaign was based on calling out fraud in the state. Now, Demuth is one of several Republicans vying to run against Democratic Governor Tim Walz. Walz is seeking a third term and has yet to name a running mate. Other GOP challengers include Dr. Scott Jensen, State Representative Kristen Robbins, and Kendall Qualls. So after 2 months at the bargaining table, educators in one of the state's largest school districts will not walk off the job today.
Instead, they'll use this week to vote on a new contract agreement after striking a deal with Minneapolis Public Schools over the weekend. The deal includes smaller class sizes and pay raises for teachers and other educators. Union leaders say the breakthrough came when the two sides started trusting each other.
Being in a room with nerds all around me, doing math, and the numbers started making sense to both sides. It was astonishing to witness. Things started making sense to both sides.
The Minneapolis superintendent also praised the deal, saying it puts our students first and advances our shared values and goals. Educators start voting on Thursday.